Hi YouTube. Uh, I'm, I'm not going to introduce myself in this video. This is my first camera facing video though, but this is more about you guys than it is about me. And I'm actually working right now, and I will continue to work as I talk to you guys. And also, I'm not in prison. I just like orange. I mean, this is not a normal choice, but so. I was just reading this book the other day. It's called Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, and he survived one of the most thinkable time period of known to humanity, the concentration camps during World War II. And he wrote something that's been stuck in my mind, and it's been echoing in my mind ever since. He wrote, and I quote, "When we lose our sense of meaning, time starts to feel strange, either painfully slow or terrifyingly fast." And that hit me because have you noticed after 2020, life feels like it's moving faster? Weeks vanish, months disappear, and they blur together, and suddenly you realize years have slipped altogether. And I've actually been reading a lot lately because not the self help or productive books, but no, from psychologists or even economists. People like Carl Jung or Eric Fromm or Keynes or Frankl himself. And almost all of them, in their own ways, pointed to the same truth that when you stop living intentionally, time slips away and days repeat and life becomes background noise, and suddenly your story is not something that you're writing, it's something that's happening to you. And think about it like this: your brain is not built to make you happy, it's built to keep you safe. So when you think about making a change, or leaving a job or starting a project or pursuing a career, your brain asks, uh, will this put me at risk? It does not ask, will this make me happy? That's why staying stuck feels safer than moving forward, even when it's slowly draining you. And that's exactly how years are lost. Not in a dramatic failure, but in quiet repetition. You wake up, you scroll, you work, you sleep, you repeat. And psychologists call it default living, economists call it path dependence, and historians they just call it most lives. So Bronnie Ware, if you know Bronnie Ware, she was a nurse, and she spent most of her years in with people knew during their last times, and she asked them what was the thing they regretted the most. It was not money, it was not fame. The most common regret was, she wrote, and I quote, "I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me." And that regret is heavier than failure itself. Motivation does not come before action. That's a lie we have been told every day since we were little. And behavioral psychologists have proven the opposite. They say that action creates motivation, and you don't wait to feel ready. You move while you're afraid. Confidence is the effect; it's not the cause. And here's the truth that might feel familiar if you have watched the shows like Stranger Things or Game of Thrones, more of a Gen Z thing. Think about 11. She was facing the upside down. Every step she took, she was scared as hell, and she was still, moving forward, reclaiming her life. Or Jon Snow, he was unsure of who he was or who he was meant to be, and yet he kept moving and kept choosing and kept fighting. And it's just that lives don't change in moments, they change in directions. One brave step at a time, and one small decision that aligns you to who you are, and when no one is watching you. And that's, I think, that matters the most. Time feels fast because our lives are not differentiated anymore. Days repeat, and thoughts repeat, and dreams are postponed. And when nothing stands out, your brain compresses time, and suddenly years vanish. That's not a mystery, that's a warning, I think. So here's the thing, you don't need a complete reinvention of yourself. And also, you do not need permission, you do not need all the answers. Just one honest step, one choice that says, I am moving toward the life I want, even if it scares me. That's what matters. And if you're watching this years from now, I hope you took that step. And if you did not, remember that as long as you're breathing, and then your story is still editable. That's it, just that. Thank you so much. Also, I would like if you guys, I mean, I was hoping if you guys could comment down if you want videos on some specific topics, and just give me some time because I need to read about things. It can be anything about politics or geopolitics or psychology or history is my main subject, so that, and also lifestyle, maybe that I can do. Thank you. Nothing sensational, but okay, bye.